Now, my attitude is that your ideas, be they ideas for a business, a product, an idea for a television series, these are your intellectual property. And as such, you should take steps to protect your ideas. And these steps must take place at the idea stage as you begin to commercially exploit that idea of yours and bring that idea of yours to fruition. And that usually means employing non disclosure agreements. If, in taking your idea from the idea stage to the finished product stage, you must disclose it to someone else, be they investors or producers or manufacturers, etc., then must have that person sign a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA. Such an NDA would take the form of a simple contract, whereby you state that the ideas you are disclosing are your intellectual property and that you are disclosing them to this person solely for the purpose of investing in or producing the project or manufacturing the product, or whatever the case may be. And that they agree not to use or otherwise disclose the information in any other way, and not without your consent. In other words, with an NDA, you protect your intellectual property with a contract. If you pitch an idea for a movie to a movie studio pursuant to an NDA, and then the studio thereafter takes your idea without cutting you in, so to speak, and makes a movie with it, that studio has breached the contract, and you will be able to bring a breach of contract action against them and recover your damages. An NDA is a fantastic way to protect your ideas. Make sure that before you disclose your idea to anyone, have that person sign an NDA. Now, that brings me to the problems with NDAs. One, you may not feel comfortable asking. Well, I keep coming back to this time and time again, but remember, this is your valuable property, and therefore ask for the NDA. Now, two, and this is much more common, is that the person you are pitching refuses to sign one. If so, what do? Now, my general recommendation here is to not disclose the idea if they refuse, and tell them that. Similar to what I just mentioned, when you say something like, oh, I must insist, it has the effect of, informing the other party, the producer, for example, that you're pitching the movie idea to, that one, you know your rights, and two, you yourself place a very high value on your idea, and the other person may be thinking, perhaps I should as well. Notwithstanding all of that, it is very common, like I said, that a person will refuse to sign an NDA. And this is especially true in the entertainment field. If you are pitching an idea to a studio or a producer, the producer will explain to you that, oh, I have hundreds of meetings and I hear hundreds of pitches, and that very often many of those pitches will contain similar or even the same ideas. The producer will then say, if I choose one project over another, a similar one, then the person whose idea I did not go with will erroneously believe that I have breached an NDA. The fact is this: you want to pitch your idea. The person who wants to hear your idea is in a very powerful and keen position to take your idea and bring it to fruition. You don't want to lose the opportunity and push the requirement of an NDA. So, what do? Well, it's very simple. If you decide that you will go forward with the meeting, do so. Then, afterwards, document what was discussed in a follow-up email to the person, the investor, the producer, whoever it may be. This would take the form of a quick email thanking the producer or the investor for the meeting. It was great to meet you. Thank you for taking the time today to discuss my idea for whatever the idea was. Provide a few details in the email. I understand your policy about not signing an NDA, and that's fine. I just want to again confirm, as I told you in the meeting, that I consider my idea to be my idea, my intellectual property. and that you understand that I was disclosing it to you for the sole purpose of you considering the project, either investing in it or developing it, and that you would not do anything else. You would not use the information discussed in our meeting for any other purpose. Very simple. Send that out. What this does is provide evidence regarding your intent in disclosing it, your understanding that he would not take that idea without your consent, etc. In other words, what this is written evidence of the existence of an oral agreement. You have protected yourself as best you can under these circumstances. So that, in a nutshell, are some ideas on how you can best protect your ideas.